In the opportunity recognition portion of the exam, you'll be asked to identify benefits and drawbacks of different opportunities, to analyze demand, to identify customers, and recognize a value proposition. Let's take a look at some of the questions you may face when identifying benefits and drawbacks of starting a new business, buying an existing business, or purchasing a franchise.
Suppose a cyclist is considering opening a bike shop and is curious about the possible benefits and drawbacks that various business opportunities offer. From this list, match the benefit and drawback for buying a franchise, starting a new business, and buying an existing business. You may want to separate the positives, build your own way, brand recognition, and pre-existing customers, from the negatives, expensive, royalty fees, and risky, and then figure out which one applies to which. Starting with the benefit of a franchise, it is certainly not built your own way, but it would have brand recognition and likely have customers built in. However, the best answer would be brand recognition because a pre-existing business would have an existing customer base. That leaves building it your own way as the benefit for starting a new business. On the drawback side, a franchise carries less risk, but might be expensive. But royalty fees are definitely a drawback. For buying a pre-existing business, there is less risk, which leaves us with expensive as its drawback. Building your own business would then be the most risky.
Let's do a little comparison shopping.
From the following, what are 3 reasons to buy a franchise instead of starting a business of your own? A franchise, by its very nature, relies upon a proven model of business and systems that work, and because of this, it is often easier to secure financing. So that's 2 reasons. Of the 3 remaining, we can eliminate liability, as owning a franchise doesn't imply limited liability. Both income and exclusivity are good answers, but which is the best? Typically, franchises do succeed, so you might be tempted to choose guaranteed income. But the word guarantee poses a problem. There is no guarantee of success. However, franchises do only allow a specific number of franchises to exist within a certain area, so that would be the best answer. In the same vein, what are 2 advantages of buying a franchise? There is no guarantee on profit, and specific location isn't determined by the franchisor. And of the 3 remaining, quality employees aren't prepackaged with a franchise. So, by process of elimination, we have marketing assistance and brand recognition as the 2 advantages of buying a franchise.
We've already matched benefits and drawbacks of various business opportunities, but let's shake that up a bit and give you a different set of choices to work with.
Which is one of the primary benefits of starting your own business versus buying a franchise or pre-existing business? Going down the list, starting your own business does not imply that fewer records are needed, and it certainly carries financial risk, so we can eliminate those. Applying your experience is a plausible answer, but one of the unique benefits to starting from scratch is creating your own way to do things, and that is the best answer. Let's invert that. Which is one of the primary drawbacks to starting your own business versus buying a franchise or a pre-existing business? We can easily remove 2 options. More record keeping and anything corporate don't apply to your own business. Fewer investors might be a concern, but it may not universally apply. Therefore, our best answer is that one of the primary drawbacks to starting your own business is the greater probability of failure.
In the demand for goods and services section, the scenarios change slightly. You'll likely be presented with more information, typically numeric data, that you will have to analyze or use in some fashion to determine the best answer or answers. Don't be concerned about any math you may have to do. The ESB exam has a built-in calculator you may use if necessary. Ready?
A master plumber and his family want to move to a new community. Before moving, he needs to determine if the demand for his services will be sufficient in the new town. Of the following questions, which two should the plumber research? The key to this question is, before moving, he needs to determine demand. To determine demand, our plumber needs to know the competition he might face and if customers are spending their money. The remaining three questions would be excellent follow-up questions once the plumber determined there is a demand in the new community.
Good warm-up. Let's see what you make of the next one.
Kate wants to open a chocolate shop, so she begins researching the available business options. A survey of 100 potential customers revealed the following about purchase preferences. The survey also revealed what customers would be willing to spend at the new store. Which opportunity for Kate's chocolate shop has the highest probability of success? With the two key pieces of information we have, purchase preference for various store types and likely spending at a new store, we can easily determine the best choice. Even though we have a known potential spending amount for a new shop, only 10% of the survey respondents are likely to shop there. However, 50% are likely to purchase from an existing shop. If Kate adds an online ordering component, that number could reach as high as 65%. Therefore, purchasing an existing shop and adding an online ordering component is the clear choice. Damon wants to turn his photography hobby into a business. In researching the business options available, he surveys 100 potential customers who provided the following regarding who they were likely to hire. The survey also showed likely spending amounts for a photography package. Which opportunity would give Damon the highest probability for success? In this instance, the amount customers are willing to spend is simply something that is nice to know, as the type of photographer most customers would hire reveals all that we need to know to effectively answer the question. 60% of respondents would prefer a studio photographer, which is our best answer. Some scenarios, like this, might go a step further and ask you to identify the best price point as well. Based on the information we have in this instance, Damon would do well to price between $100 and $1,000 for his various packages, as 75% of respondents indicated they'd be willing to pay in that range. Chris recently graduated from an area technical college with industry certifications qualifying him to repair most ATV and OHV engine brands. He wants to start a business due to a lack of repair shops in his area. He has raised $80,000 but lacks business experience and professional experience in ATV OHV repair. In addition to the 2 years he spent repairing engines at school, he has more than 5 years experience repairing ATVs for family and friends. A survey of 100 potential customers revealed the following repair preferences. The survey also showed what respondents currently spend on repairs. which would be the best opportunity for Chris to pursue? Chris's startup capital won't cover a franchise purchase, and a parts store would only reach 10% of his potential customer base, so we can eliminate those choices. A pre-existing auto repair shop looks appealing due to the 50% of those surveyed saying that is who they would choose. But Chris is certified in ATV OHV repair, not auto repair. The best response, due to 90% of respondents who indicated they want someone to do the repairs for them, and 70% who want modern diagnostics, is for Chris to start his own shop, investing in modern diagnostic equipment.
Hanging in there? Let's take a look at two more.
Bennett recently started a travel booking business that specializes in cruise ship vacations. Curious about add-ons, she surveyed 100 potential customers and found the following. Customers also indicated what they'd be willing to pay for add-ons. From a revenue perspective, which add-on should Bennett promote? Off the bat, we have a clear winner for preferred add-on, shore excursions. Couple that with the fact that 55% of respondents are willing to pay an additional $300 for an add-on, and the clear choice, from a revenue perspective, is shore excursions. Stacy has a papercraft hobby that she wants to turn into a business. She wants to sell custom greeting cards, wedding announcements, business cards, and other items from her home. After researching the possible business options and surveying 100 potential customers, she discovers the following ordering preferences. She also learns what customers are willing to pay for her custom designs. From the following, which opportunity offers the highest probability for success? Scanning the results for order preference, we note 45% prefer buying from a business website. Though Stacy would do well to incorporate some aspect of all possible answers in her business, starting an online business would offer her the best chance for success.
A word of advice. Don't get hung up on the numbers provided. While the exam does offer plausible data, it is simply that, data. If you have a question that indicates that the majority of survey respondents spend less than $20 on an automotive repair, just roll with it and answer the question based on the information given. The customer section of the exam may offer scenarios that require you to match various aspects of customers in addition to scenarios that ask you to identify potential customers for a specific business. Scenarios requiring matching may throw in the additional wrinkle of having one answer apply to multiple responses.
Grant owns a mobile auto detailing business and is looking for new customers for his low-priced service. He's identified some potential customers who won't pay high prices. Of the following, which segmentation method is Grant using? We don't have any geographic or demographic information, so we can eliminate those, which leaves behavioral and psychographic. A simple way to define the two. Behavioral is something that is done. Psychographic is something that is thought. In this case, the customers won't pay a high price. That is something that they do or won't do, so behavioral is the best response. Way owns a boat cleaning business and is targeting new customers. Which of the following potential customers match these segmentation methods? I have an easier time determining geographic and demographic segments, so I'll look at those first. Boat owners who live or dock their boats near the marina is clearly the best answer for geographic segmentation. The first response could be demographic, but lacks the type of data normally associated with demographics. However, boat owners with higher incomes does offer data normally associated with demographics. That leaves behavioral and psychographic. Both remaining answers could be behavioral, but careful reading can help us. Boat owners who are looking, or in other words, who are doing something, is our best behavioral response, which leaves our busy boat owners as the psychographic segment. What if this question had included the text, segmentation methods may be used more than once, or not at all? Just remember, demographics are statistics about people and groups. Geographics refers to location, behavioral is things people do, and psychographic is things people think or believe, or attitudes. Brian has years of vocational training as a mechanic and has grown up in a family of entrepreneurs. As such, he decides to open an auto shop that specializes in oil changes, alignments, repairs, and warranty work for rental fleets, leasing companies, and auto dealerships. Of the following, which customer group will Brian's auto shop support? Careful reading yields the best response. Brian is providing services for rental fleets, leasing companies, and auto dealerships. He is supporting businesses. Michelle owns a sandwich delivery company and is looking for new customers. She's identified some potential customers who have moved into new housing within the delivery limit of her store. Of the following, which segmentation method is Michelle using? That's right. The information we have about the customers relates to their location, so she is using geographic segmentation.
Finally, one more chance to match segmentation methods.
Rick's home modeling business is targeting new customers. Which of the following potential customers match these segmentation methods? Segmentation methods may be used more than once or not at all. Again, I'll start with the ones I'm more comfortable with. Scanning through the options, it looks like the only location-related option is homeowners in older neighborhoods. That's my geographic response. Demographics also only has one option, homeowners with higher incomes. 2 down, 2 to go. From the behavioral or do standpoint, homeowners who respond to promotions seems pretty clear. Does it apply to homeowners who like modern decor and conveniences? It could, but liking modern decor and convenience seems more like an attitude, something someone would think, so I'll apply psychographic, and I would be correct. In this instance, we did use each segmentation type.
It can be tricky sometimes to identify the differences between psychographic and behavioral segmentation methods. Don't overthink it. Read carefully, and the correct answers will typically reveal themselves. Let's take a look at the types of scenarios you might face when asked to recognize a value proposition.
Natalie is a film instructor and wants to open a videography business. She is working on a presentation for potential investors that includes a value proposition. Of these options, which 3 should she include in the value proposition? Remember, the key components of a value proposition are who you are, what you do, and how you're different. So, business overview, services offered to customers, and differences from competitors are the 3 best answers. Casey owns a doggy daycare and wants to identify a value proposition that will help pet owners feel secure about using his services. Of the following, which 2 will accomplish this goal? To directly address feelings of insecurity, The best responses are providing references and live webcam access. The remaining answers don't directly address the pet owner's feeling of insecurity. Summer owns a daycare and wants to expand the facility to better meet the needs of her customers' schedules. She is putting together a plan to present to her investors. Which of the following is the best value proposition for her customers? In this scenario, it is customer schedules that Summer is trying to better accommodate. So, scanning through our choices, extended hours for drop-off and pickup will be of most interest to her customers from a scheduling perspective. Chad owns a pet kennel and is seeking a value proposition that will differentiate his business from his competitors. He wants to target business and holiday travelers whose schedules are often at the mercy of the airlines. Of the following, which is the best value proposition for this target audience? Like the daycare scenario, Chad's proposition is tied to meeting the needs of his customers' schedules. Of the 4 possible answers, only providing 24-hour access meets this need.
Once again, careful reading and common sense are your best allies. Use the information you are given and don't overthink the answers or the scenarios.